the 3 to 5 pound zone and get you into something a little heavier. There is no way, if you lift heavy, if you do a 10 to 15 pound dumbbell only a couple of times a week, you're not going to get really big. You'll actually grow the muscle that you had before menopause and fire up some calorie burning, which will help you lose the menopausal spread. The more muscle you have, the more calories you burn when you're sitting around doing nothing. You do have to move more, so we're going to aim for 5,000 calories a day, 5,000 steps a day. I'm having all my ladies go on to MyFitnessPal. You're going to, the only thing we're tracking until the end of February is making sure you eat more than 1,250 calories. You do need to eat more to lose weight, not less. And we want to prioritize our protein, because a lot of times we go for the prepackaged stuff and we eat it and garbage it down, but that's also what's helping us lose muscle. And we don't want to lose muscle, because if we're going to the gym and we're working out, we want to keep the muscle that we're building. So we're going to prioritize protein, the number of calories that you're eating to make sure it's over 1,200, and that's it for right now. You're going to put all of your food in there. I don't care what you're eating. Eat the way you normally do. We're not tweaking anything yet. Just get all of your foods in there, and it'll be a lot easier when later on down the road when it comes time to logging food. Our actual goal is to show you how to create your own meal plan. So on days in MyFitnessPal, when you had a really good day and you met your macros, and you can contact me or come into the studio and I can help you run through and how to set up your macros on there, because the ones they're giving you on MyFitnessPal, you want a little bit more than that, so we can prioritize that a little bit. Give me a call, give me a text, send me a message here on Facebook. Your meal plan. So once after February comes, when we start tweaking this, that, and the other to make sure you're getting your protein, your carbs, and your fat, those are the 3 things that we're going to be playing around with. Then you can write out that menu, put it in a book, and then that way, if and when you ever fall off the plan, you have a book to go back to, and you have your own meal plans in there that's solely for you. That's what we're going to learn how to do. And everybody is a different size, and when we get into the menopause era, because of the loss of this, that, and the other, like estrogen and a couple of other things, is when the body starts doing some crazy crap. Cortisol goes out of whack, you're stressed quite a bit more, your hormones out of whack, this, that, and the other. So, for an instance, when I hit menopause, I didn't realize I was in it because I had had a hysterectomy. So, and we quit smoking. So I thought me crying when my husband would leave to go to work was a symptom of quitting smoking, and it wasn't. My friend who gave us the quitting smoking therapy was an aculaser treatment, and I can give you her information if you need it, just say so. Told me that because of my age, I was already in menopause. We were already at the same age. So now everything is pretty much calmed down. My hormone level has like stagnated and stayed where it's going to stay. But so although I don't look big to you, I do have fatty liver, and it can happen to you even when you're skinny. So I'm not skinny, because as you can see, I've got a little bit of a growth here. We call this the menopausal fluff. There is a 6-pack under here. I saw it once before. When you come to the studio, I can show you my journey, and you can even see how I still have the lines right here. I do have abs under here, but if you don't watch what you eat, here is what happens. You can't get rid of this from exercise, but the lines that you see in here, what's underneath this is what we get from exercise. So exercise is only 20% of what happens when you need to lose weight. 80% is what you put in here. So That's why we're going to track it on MyFitnessPal. Even if you don't like it and it's boring, for the next month, even if you log one meal a day, whether it's breakfast, lunch, dinner, then start logging in 2, and then start logging in everything. Because I promise you, if you're anything like I am, you want that little snack, like, hey, let me grab that Reese's on my way home from the store or eat it in the car, because we used to do that, but ours was Twix. I don't so much do that anymore because my liver stings me right now when I start eating stuff and reminds me, hey woman, don't eat that. You won't want to log that food that you're eating, that junk that you're eating all the time. However, the other part to that is just because nobody's watching doesn't mean nobody's going to see it. So if you're eating those snacks on a regular or somewhat regular, and you're not losing any weight, and you're not sticking around a macro goal, that's going to stagnate your process. And by stagnate, I mean that's when people usually come to a grinding halt and they don't see any results. That's why we track our food, and that's why we have a macro percentage for fats, carbs, and protein. Protein will help with the muscle stuff. Carbs are good neurologically and for your fitness, and so is fat. Believe it or not, when you hit menopause, a little bit more fat is not a bad thing, but it's the healthy fat. So you don't want to go overboard on those still, because you could still end up with this. Chocolate, cheese, and peanut butter. Those were my go-tos when I had the blues part of menopause, because I went through a little bit of depression, because I by no means cry unless somebody passes away, but I was crying when my husband would leave for work. So those are the things we're going to focus on. We're going to do it right here on Facebook. I'm going to start posting short little videos that you can do at home, and then you can come into the studio and do the rest. We are running a special right now. The website has not yet changed, but sign up for $45 a month. And that will get you 4 classes a week. It can get you a door pass so that you can come in on the weekends should you have to miss a class. If you don't want to be in the group class, I do have a walk-in workout option, which is like an open gym, only I can't call it an open gym because I don't have a shower. I'm a fitness center. A walk-in workout, which gives you the door pass. You can come in. It's pretty much 24-hour access to the studio. I can write you a workout plan. That also is $45 a month. So whether you want to jump into class or whether you want to work out on your own, come see me, 6690 Pearl Road in Parma Heights. You can send me a message here on Facebook, and by all means, share this post with everybody who is in your peri to postmenopausal group. Even if they're not in that group and neither are you, share me anyways. It's a women's only gym, so there's no men in here, and we're trying to grow a community of very strong women. And nowadays, nobody's afraid to talk about menopause. I sure can help you with it, and we can scream menopause at the top of our lungs, unlike our ancestors when we were before. It was a hush-hush thing, and it was a bad thing. I think menopause is great. Once you hit that plateau where your hormones aren't juggling and whatnot, my bones stopped hurting, my joints stopped hurting until the arthritis happens when it's cold and whatnot outside. But you know what? You don't have to deal with that monthly thing anymore. And once the attitude goes away, there's a lot. We could talk about a lot of things. And we do. We talk about it when we're stretching. We talk about it when we're warming up. And sometimes we even talk about it if we're having a circuit class, because there's little breaks in there. I look forward to meeting you. My name is Michelle. There will be more videos here on Facebook. So save this page, share this page, like this page, and let's have a conversation. Tell me what you need. Tell me what you want to hear, exercise-wise, food-wise. If you have a problem with an exercise, we could talk about everything. I'm going to be sharing my Results on my Fitness Pal, just the macros part of it. You won't see exactly what I'm eating, but we can always go over recipes. I'll be happy to talk to you. I look forward to meeting you soon, and so do the wonderful ladies here at Diamond Strength Fitness that have been with me for the 6 years that I've been around. Talk to you soon. We're at 6690 Pearl Road in Parma Heights. There's a Taco Bell right next door, and there's a cold brew